Hello and welcome to Friday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic, where I'm going to be attempting a puzzle by one of my favourite setters in the whole Sudoku community. This on the screen is by Aspartagcus. Aspartagcus is blessed with one of those minds that is just unusual. The way that he thinks is it's very outside the box. I've always enjoyed his puzzles. I don't think I've done one on the channel for ages, but this one is called Kalimba, and it's been recommended to us as being wonderful. It is absolutely cool. It's a gorgeous setup. Apparently a kalimba is a musical instrument of some sort. Don't ask me what sort. I've heard of a marimba. I haven't heard of a kalimba. But these thermometers in the grid are slow thermometers, which means that you can repeat digits on them so long as the numbers basically either stay the same or ascend from bulb to tip. And it's only got 2 stars out of 5 for difficulty, this one, so hopefully we'll be able to do it. Now I've had a torturous day today. I woke up to a flooded kitchen. My car was towed away. That has finally been returned. Had to go and hunt for treasure. All sorts of things going on. I did manage to get the crossword video done earlier though, so if you do enjoy our cryptic crossword videos, do check that out. I apologise for my attire that I was wearing. I'd also just finished in the gym by that point. I'd had no time and I was having to rush around. Anyway, it's a lovely puzzle, and you might enjoy it. So that's one thing. Chants of Sennaar, what I hope will be the final stream. We're going to attempt to finish it in 2023 by streaming tomorrow night at 10 PM UK time. We'd love to have your company for that. We have no idea how long the rest of the game is going to take. Some people have said it might not take us very long. If it really is a very short stream, we might start another game. I think one of the games people have recommended to us is something like the Case of the Golden Idol. Might be that. If there's a game that's called something like that, we might try and play that afterwards if we blitz through the Chants of Sennaar. Based off our experience to date, I don't think we're going to do that, but that could happen, and we don't want to shortchange anyone. So if we are quick, we might move on to another game. That's something I need to tell you. Other than that, what else do I have to tell you? Bit of hype for our Patreon reward coming on the 1st of January. Cracking the Cryptic have set this coming month's Patreon reward. So look out for that, 4 PM UK time on the 1st of Jan. There's a few other things on Patreon at the moment, including my 3.5-hour video where I work through all of the 100 4x4 Sudokus from the Snack Doku pack, which is a great pleasure for me. So it's probably a bit long for most people, but if you do enjoy a 1 or a 2 minute puzzle, that video is there. Oh, and yes, the other thing, I haven't got any birthdays to do today, but I did want to wish Nancie the very best. Nancie, I read your email with sadness. I know you've had an exceptionally tough time of late. And I just wanted to reach out to you, I suppose, and hope that finally you get some good news soon. You certainly seem to deserve it, and I wanted to wish you all the best. And that's, I think, everything I was meant to tell you. So why don't we have a look at Aspartagcus's puzzle, Kalimba, and I will officially read you the rules. So we've got normal Sudoku rules apply, so we have to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, in every column, and in every 3x3 box. And then we've got slow thermometers, so digits along thermometers must not decrease from the bulb to the tip. So the reason this gets complicated, let's look at this one. Let's say that was a 1. Now, the problem here is that normally on a thermometer we have to strictly increase, but now this could be another 1. And then that could be a 2, and then that could be another 2, and that could be another 2. So you get these ludicrous strings that are possible on thermometers. And it means you can't. Well, it means that if Mark was doing this puzzle, I think it would scupper his normal approach to thermometers, which is to pencil mark them to death. Because the fact that, which one was it? Was it this one? The fact that could be a 2 means there could be 8 pencil marks. Mark would have to do this. Oh, hang on. He'd have to do this into this square. And I think even Mark would find that a bit too pencil marky. We'll ask him. We'll ask him. Anyway, do have a go. The way to play, pick the link under the video as usual. But now I get to play. Let's get cracking with my squeaky chair. I have to tell you, when I look at this puzzle, that my eyes keep being drawn to this box because this is so ludicrous. So the way I solve thermo Sudokus typically is I think about 1s and 9s and where they can go. And my sort of the axioms, the truisms that I work with from thinking about 1s and 9s are 1s can only go on the bulbs of thermos and 9s can only go on the tips of thermos. And this box just, disputes that rather beautifully, doesn't it? I have to put a 1 in there somewhere. Where's it going to go? No, hang on. I haven't actually found anywhere it can go. Oh, I see. No, I have found somewhere it can go. Oh, that's a relief. It might only be able to go there. This is the problem with these slow thermometers. They are very... I think if I put the 1 there, I've got a problem, haven't I? Because if that could be a 1, but then that would have to be a 0. Because we can't repeat digits in boxes. Oh, that one can nearly be a 1, but can't be. 1, 1, 1, and then that would have to be a 0. Yeah, I think that's the only place for a 1, and that's really powerful, look, because that immediately allows us to do that by dint of the fact there are no Sudoku digits less than 1. I'm going to do 9 in this box in a moment. Let me just think about... Yeah, because it's weird the way this plays out as well, because then... normally once you get a digit on a thermo, the third digit, we could start thinking about how that's going to affect the length of the thermo here. But that could be a 2, that could be a 2, that could be a 2, and that top digit has a possible value of 3, which is so absurd. Oh, actually, maybe you think about 1 in box 3. Yeah, okay, we can't put 1 on any of those cells because there would simply need to be too many 1s going back down the thermo. So 1, I think, must be off a thermo in box 3. Yeah, that can't be a 1, can it? So, yeah, 1 in box 6 is in one of those cells. This can't be a 1 because we can't 1 all of those. That can't be a 1 now by the fact that we've got a 1 in column 9 already. Can that be a 1? No. So 1 is in one of 2 places. Oh, actually, maybe... let me just pencil mark as many 1s as I can immediately see. 1's in one of those cells, I think. Yeah. Okay, but let's have a think about this box's 1. Does it have to be here? Or no, actually, no, it doesn't. It doesn't, does it? We can't put 1 partially up a thermo that's in the same box. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so where is 1 in this box is still a valid question, because you can't put it in the second position of a thermo whose bulb sees that second position. Because if we put 1 there, this would have to be lower than 1. So in fact 1 is in one of those 2 squares, which does get us an extra 1 in the grid. So I've now got 5 1s in the grid. And 4 boxes with pencil marked 1s, which don't look like they're going to be very helpful. What you want is to know that's a 1, for example. That would be very helpful. That would fill in the rest of the 1s. But I don't see how the logic of what we've got in the grid is going to help us do that. So let's turn our attention instead to 9s in the naughty box. Now, where can we put... You can't put a 9 there, but only just. You could go 9, 9, 9, but that would be a 10. So 9 is ruled out of these, all of these, all that one clearly, these 2 clearly. It's very restricted. Oh no. Bother. It's got 2 positions, I think. I think it can be in either of those positions. 9, 9, 9. Bobbins. Okay, I can actually disprove that version. I think. Yeah, it's a bit strange, but I don't think if we go down this route, we can put a 9 in this box. I might be wrong. In fact, maybe we're doing this backwards. Maybe there's a better way of showing this. Hang on. Yeah, because what I'm seeing there is I can ask where 9 goes in box 7. It clearly can't be in any bulbs, can it? And if it's here, that would mean that the rest of the thermo had to all be 9s, and that's not going to work. So I think 9 is in one of those cells. And now, where does 9 go in this box? Especially bearing in mind if we were going down this route and having all 3 of these digits be 9. 9 would have to go there, and that doesn't work, because this would have to be at least a 10. So maybe, where is 9 in box 4? Can't go in a bulb, can't go there. Gosh, though, it could go here, couldn't it? That's so weird. Okay, so 9 is in one of those 2 positions, which effectively deals with this being a 9. Because this 9 pencil mark looks at that square. And if we make this a 9, all 3 of those digits are 9s. And we've now disproved that in a slightly less bifurcated way. So that's a 9, which means that the tip of that thermo is a 9. Well, the immediate reaction I have to that is, where on earth now is 9 going in this? Oh, I see, it's going to sit. Yes, okay, I can see where it must go. I was going to say there's nowhere for it but down here. This is such a strange rule, slow thermometers. It can't go there. It obviously can't go in the bottom of a thermo. It can't go in the second position of a thermo, where the third position is in the same box as it. So it's in one of these 2, and it can't go in that left position, because this would be a 9. Sorry, if it goes here, then why am I looking down here? We've got to look up the thermo. These would all have to be 9s. That's total nonsense. So we've got to look there. That's the 9. That's not 9 anymore. 9's in a little 2x2 in the corners of box 9. 9's in one of 3 positions in column 4. Tips of thermos are very beautiful and natural places to put 9s, so I think we may be... Oh, look at that, that could be a 9, because that can be a 9, so we could double 9 that thermo. I fear we may have to think about other digits now, which is a terrifying prospect. I mean, I guess we think about 2s and 8s in this box. That's what my brain is telling me to do. Yeah, okay, I'll think about 2s first. I don't think that can be a 2, because this could then be a 2, but then you'd need a 1, and that doesn't work. So that we can rule out this one. Maybe I'll find a way of marking this. I'll use X's. Right, that's not a 2. What about this one? I don't think that can be a 2, because again, I need a 1 somewhere down here. So that's not a 2. This could be a 2. Very, very easily. That's probably the 2, in fact. If that's a 2, we've got to go 1, 0, so that's not a 2. If that's a 2, you've got to have a 1 before it. If that's a 2, ooh, no, that doesn't work. If this is a 2, you can put a 2 here, you can put a 2 there, but you can't then put a 1 there. It's really weird, this. And that can't be a 2, because this would be a 1. And that doesn't work. So in fact there is only one place, and it's the first place you'd sort of think of. It's there, isn't it? Now, what does that mean? Possibly very little. Oh, I see. No, it does mean something in this box, does it? So 2 is now not there. We can't put 2 in the tips of such long thermometers. And I don't know if we can put 2 in either of those. Oh, we can. I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. This can't be a 2, because you go 2, 1, 0. But that could be a 2, I think. So the 2 is in one of these 2 positions. I think it's going to be here, but if it is here, 2... that has to be 2. That has to be 2. So we get 3 2s, and that could be a 1. I mean, it's so ludicrous, you almost think it's going to be right. Maybe. here's another thought then. If that's a 2, surely we're going to break this box, aren't we? Because if that's a 2, where on earth do you put a 2 up here? These thermometers are too long to have twos on them, aren't they? That can't be a 2. That can't. That's not even true. That can be a 2. This is ridiculous. That can be a 2 because that can be a 2. So you could, and this thermometer. So if that's a 2, then that is a 2. Wow, that's just really mean. That's really mean. Okay, so we can get rid of 2s from most squares. So 2 is in one of 3 positions. That's absolutely extraordinary. I don't know. I shouldn't be surprised. I mean, I said Aspartagcus's brain worked in strange ways. It just does, doesn't it? It's such a weird puzzle. I don't want to really abandon 2s, but I think I might have to. Is this really what we're going to be reduced to? We're going to have to think about 8s, I think. Okay, let's think about 8s in this box. So now it's going to be the top of the box that's going. So if that's 8, yeah, that doesn't work. Okay, so 8 here doesn't work because this could be 8, but then we'd need a 9 in both of those, and that's clearly out of bounds. That can't be 8. There's too many cells above it in its own box. That can't be 8 because that would be 9. That can't be 8 because that would be 9. So we've reduced it. That can't be 8 because that would be, well, 8, 9, 10. Right, so 8 is in one position. Okay, so there's a sort of symmetry. No, it's not actually a symmetry, but okay, that's 8. So this is at least 8, and it can't be 9, so that's 8. That's 8 or 9, I don't believe it. Okay, but 8 can't go there, can it, in row 6? No, it can't, I'm just checking that. No, it really can't. That's 8. Oh, no, I don't like that. This is so stupid. It's so stupid that that's an 8, because look what that's doing. These are great big long thermos, and it's putting an 8 on them near the base. But I think it could be an 8 there. That's just magnificent. It's a magnificent setting. It's so... I mean, none of these can be 8s. Or you'd have to have so many 9s along their thermos. Yeah, I mean, that's the only place for 8, isn't it? And then that has to be 8 as well, and that's going to somehow work. So 8 is over here. Oh. Hang on, I'm sure we can do better than that. Can that be 8? No, because that can't be 8 or 9. Right, so 8 is in one of 2 places in column 5. 8's in one of 3 places in column 2. So 8s were a lot more fruitful than 2s were, which makes me feel I've probably missed something about 2s. If that's a... Can that... Oh no, that was one of the things we looked at. 3 2s and then a 1 on the line. Wow. Yeah, I can't actually see why that doesn't work. It almost looks like it works quite well elsewhere. Right. So, can we push... How high is this long thermometer getting now? Or do we just not know? I mean, that's at least a 2, that's at least a 3. So we're at least 3 when we get to here. 3, 4, 5. We're at least 5 when we get to here. So 5, 6, 7. Well, that is interesting. I am prepared to pencil mark that. I'm just going to put 5, 6, and 7. And the reason that interests me is that this square is high as well. When I say high, I mean it's higher than 5. So those 4 digits there are all relatively meaty digits. Is that the point? Maybe we're meant to think about... Maybe that's the way you're meant to think about this box. Where are the low digits in this box? Now obviously we can hide some low digits into this domino. We can put 1 and 2 there, but that still means I have to put a 3 onto a thermo here. Now where is that 3 going? We've just worked out it's not in any of those squares. And it could be there, given this has some ludicrous ability to be a 2. And it could be here as well, so it could be on this thermo. Can it be there? If it's there, you've got to go 3, 3. Yeah, this can't be 1 or 2, so that doesn't work. So in fact, in this box, 3. Well, we don't know, because we could put the 3 here if that. Well, you know, we could put the 3 here if that's a 2. Right, so this square is very low, isn't it? Because it's either 2, and if it's not 2, you can't put 3 in the tip of this thermo. So that's 3. So that cell is 2 or 3. Now that means that cell is also very low. So that's 2 or 3. Bobbins doesn't do anything, does it? That's absolutely ridiculous. It's so... That's ridiculous. Okay. Alright, let's try... should we try 3 in this box? Probably that's not a... Oh, I don't believe it. It's still very tricky, this. So 3 in this box. Can it go here? No, because this can't be... So 3 is not there. 3 is not there. 3 could be in one of these two. Definitely. Well, I say definitely, yeah. 3, 3, 2 would work. 3, 3, 2 would work. So one of these, but I haven't checked. There was another cell I didn't check there. Which one was it? I think it was this cell. Can that be 3? If that's 3, that could be... Oh yeah, that's fine. 3, 3, 3, 2. So 3's got 3 positions in this box. That's so strange. That is so strange. So maybe that's not what I meant to think about. I don't know. If that's 3. Ah, hang on, no, I can use that pencil mark here to get rid of 3 here. That's quite good. Right, so if this is 3, let's look at this slowly, because I didn't spot this first time. If this is 3, then this square could be a 2, but then this would have to be a 1, and that doesn't work. So this, if this is 3, this has to be 3. But now this square actually does see a 2 pencil mark there, doesn't it? So it has no valid fill. Great. All right, so I've got 3 down here now. But so what does that mean for these 2 thermometers? One of these is a 3. Now, if this one is a 3, then I need this bulb to be a 2, because I can't make it a 1. So this would have to be a 2. This would and it would have to go like that, wouldn't it? I'm wondering if I can prove one of these as a 2. I think that is the implication. If that's a 3, again, because I can't make this bulb a 1, and these can't both be 3, yeah. Okay, so one of these is a 2. That's definitely a victory. Oh, yeah, that is a victory. That is a victory. Because where is 2 in box 4 now? 2 can't go here because this can't be a 1. So by Sudoku, 2 goes there, which is definitely something we didn't... Oh, it's not working though. It's something we didn't know before, but it's not done anything. By the way, I should have mentioned there is a chance I'm going to get pulled away from the camera on this puzzle because of the kitchen situation and the flooding. But let's hope that doesn't happen. It's not happened yet. What does this mean then? Do we have to think about 7 in this box? That thermobulb is at least 4 now. Alright, I'm going to look at that first, I think, rather than where 7 is in this box. Let's think about this cell. So that's at least a 4. Let's just write 4 into it. So that's at least a 5. So that's at least a 5. So that's at least a 5. So that's at least a 6. And that's at least a 6. Right, and that is useful. I'm actually going to delete all those now. And I'm just going to look at this square, which we've just proved is at least equal to 6. Well, okay. So now I've got five thingies. The technical term for a cell. I've got 5 cells, 5 thingies in box 3, all of which are at least equal to 5. So they must be a quintuple on 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. And you can see, I think, that the only one of those that is actually capable of being a 5 is that. So does that affect the... Yes, I see. So that then affects the bottom of this thermometer. Because, yeah, if we look at those 3 digits, none of which can now be 1 or 2. But they have to be at most 5. You can see that must go 5, 4, 3, mustn't it? Now does that mean that means that's the 2 and that's a 3? That's great. That's great. That's definitely a win. So in this box we've got 6 and 7 to place on thermos. Right, can that really be 6 or 7? Well, it's got to be 6 or 7. This square has got to be, therefore, that's at least 6, isn't it? So 6, 7. No. That can't be 7. Because this square would have to be higher then. Strictly higher. Because it couldn't repeat the 7 in the box. And that can't be 8 or 9. So that is 6. Which means that can't be 7. So that's the 7. So we get 6, 6. And now this can be 7, which is good. So we avoid the devil's number going up this thermo. And that square's now at least... No, hang on, what am I talking about? That already sees 6, so that's got to be 7. Sorry, I'm being slow. Right, and what's that digit? It's at least 7, and it can't be 8 or 9. That is 7 then. Right, so that's not 7 anymore. So where's 6 in this box? That's got to go here now. So that's 6, and this is 8 or 9. And this square here is higher than that digit, so that's at least... Right, so we've got 1, 2, 3 and 4 to place here. And we know there's a 1 over here. We don't know where the 2 is. I'm going to get rid of that 2 corner mark because it's upsetting me. It's disturbing my normally stable equilibrium. No jokes. Okay, so where do we look now? Probably we look at... is it going to be this bottom of this thermo, maybe? Or... I'm not sure. I sort of feel a bit better about the puzzle now. I think we've had a bit of a breakthrough. Probably famous last words, but... Let me just see if we can do something intelligent here. Yeah, maybe it is this... Okay, the problem is that can be 6, can't it? So that digit is 6 or 5 or 4. Now, because this can't be... Oh, this is at least a 4. That's what we worked out earlier. It sees 1, 2 and 3, so that can't be 4. So this is a 4 or a 5. This is a 5 or a 6. Well, that's still something, isn't it? So, okay, so where's 6 in this box then? 6 could be there, but 6 is in one of 2 places now. That means 6 is in one of 3 places, or 2 places once we use the 6 up there. And if that's 6, that would have to be 7, and it can be. Ah! Bother. Okay, that didn't work. Really? Yeah, I can't see why that's wrong. Oh, but no, what I was about to say is nonsense as well. Okay, let's have a look at that digit perhaps. Now that digit annoyingly could be a 4, couldn't it? If it was a 4, this would have to be a 3. But it could be. Oh no! No! You've got to be joking. Unfortunately, I don't think the puzzle is joking. I think the puzzle is laughing at me. This is comical. It's absolutely comical. Right, okay, we're going to have to think harder again. Is it maybe it's hard to put 6 on a thermo that's so low down in box 8. Let's just think about that. Maybe that has to be a 6. So 6 is in one of those squares. Now, if this is 6, no, that can be 6 because we said that could go 6, 7, didn't we? So that can be 6. That probably can't be 6 because this would have to be 6. And then that would have no value. No, well, actually, that's not true. No, that would have no value because this digit... that's where we look, is it? Yeah, this digit here, I think, sees lots of high digits. It sees 6, 7, 8, and 9. So the maximum value of this is 5. Although, for some reason, I've got a 2 in this cell. Oh, goodness, it's this one, isn't it? So this is 5, 4, or 2. So this square is 2, 3, or 4. It's not 3, so it's 2 or 4. Right, so that, right, here's a tiny deduction. That is not 6, because that can only be 2 or 4. In fact, this square is therefore 3 or 4, I think. Can't be 1 or 2. I bet you this is going to go 3 4s though. And this square therefore has to be strictly lower than this. So this is 1 or 3. God. Wow, okay. And does that help us is the next question. The answer is I don't know. 1, 3... Okay, let's maybe think about this digit, which definitely can't be 1. So this is 3, 5, or, well, in theory, no, it sees 8. So it's 3 or 5. 5 might be difficult. No, 5 isn't difficult because this is the one that can have the line of 6s on it. Looks like we're sort of heading to some sort of triple or quadruple with 1s, 3s, 4s, and 5s. So, but yes, okay, this digit has to be strictly lower than this. So that has to be 1, 2, 3, or 4, and it can't be 1 or 3. So this is 2 or 4. No, I don't know then. 7 in this box. Where's that going? And I know you're going to say there, aren't you? And it's probably... Oh, it is there. In fact, by Sudoku. Oh, that's an easy win. Okay. So that's a 7. Doesn't put much pressure at all on this. Which could itself be a 7. So 6 is definitely over here. I need to know which one of the... If that's a 1 and that's a 6, that is useful. Would have to go 6, 7. It looks to me like the puzzle's been designed, so that's what it would. That's what would happen. Can we? I don't know. I don't know where to look really. Perhaps I need to pencil mark that digit. Is that a sensible thing to try? It might be. This digit here is higher than this, the lowest value here. So this is at least 4. So that's 4. Can't be 5 or 6. So actually that is just 4 or 6, which is... I mean, look at this congregation of digits here. You sort of think you must be able to extract some sort of triplage out of it. Well, You can say that the 2 in this box is locked into one of 2 places, which does mean there's a 2 in one of those 3 places. I mean, this is bonkers. It's absolutely bonkers. What we need... oh, I don't know. Okay, so that digit is a minimum value of 4. Can it be 4? Possibly. I don't know. If it's not 4, it's 6 again, isn't it? Because it can't be 5, 7, 8 or 9. Now. Ah, sorry, that's the digit. That's the one. That's the one. Right, look what I've got here. I've got a 2 pencil marked in here, but I've got a 3, 4 lower it on the thermo. So that cannot be 2 after all this. So that's at least 4, which means that's definitely not 2. Okay, so that seems to suggest... I'm just doing this very slowly and carefully, but that seems to suggest that's a 6 because I have a 4, 5 pair in the row. And that's a 2, which means that's a 2, which means that's a 2. Wow. Wow. Okay. Come on. That's a 6 now. So that's not a 6. And are we saying that this is really a 2-8 pair? We seem to be. And that's resolved. So that's 2, that's 8, that's 8, that's 9. We're going to have to check at the end that none of these thermos go the wrong way. I'm not at all sure that we've done this or I've done this properly. That's got to be a 7. Is it C's 8 and 9 and 6? So that's a 7. This square here has to be strictly higher than this. And it can't be 6, 7, 8 or 9, so I think that has to be 5, and that has to be 4, and that has to be 3, therefore. We get a 1, 4 pair in column 9. That square I should be able to fill in eventually. That's a 3. That's a 6, look. In this row we've not put 3 in, so we can do that now. This is now a 5. Yeah, that thermo is ascending. And what have we got to put into these cells? We've got to put in 4, 7 and 9. And can we do that? No. No, we can't. We don't know anything about any of those digits. It's absolutely absurd. All right, let's try that column, maybe. 1, 3 and 4. Ah, the 2. Yes, let's put a 2 there. So this is 1, 3 or 4, which is a 1, 3, 4 triple, so that's got to be a 5. And in this column, we've not put 4, 5 and 9 in, have we? So we might just have to do full pencil marking. Make Mark happy. There we go. 4, 5. Can we get rid of something from here and create a chocolate teapot? Of course we can't. This is that's 1 or 4. C's 3. So there is a 3 down here, which means that that square has to be a 1. And that means that's 3 and 4. So this is a 1 up here. That's not a 1 in the corner. And well, let's do that. Let's do this column. That needs to have a 3 in it. I can put that in. That does the 3 and the 4. And oh no, that doesn't. Are we going to get any 3s in the corner today? No. No 3s in the corner, I'm afraid. That's a 5 by Sudoku. So we need 6, 7 and 9. That's a naked single. This is a 6, 7 pair, which doesn't seem to be resolved. 9, 9. Can't put 9 there, even I know that. So that's a 9 in the corner. That's got to be 6 or 7. That's ludicrous, isn't it? The base of this thermo, which is basically going up the whole grid, is a 6 or a 7. Well, it can't be a 7 because that would have to be an 8 or a 9. So it must be a 6. And that's 7. And that thermo is I wonder whether Aspartagcus started with that, because it's so ludicrous. In fact, look at this. I almost wonder whether he started here and thought that's a comedy thermo. I'll put that in the grid, and then realised he could create one which was 2 8s and 3 9s there, and thought that's a comedy thermo. I'll put that in the grid, and then the rest of the puzzle is sort of built around the nonsense that we've just had to think our way through. So that's a 4, that's a 5 by Sudoku. Okay, so now can we do some eliminations here? We can get rid of the 7 on that one. That one doesn't seem to be helping me. Bar humbug. Okay, what are those? 3 and 8. Ah, I can do that. 3 and 8. So that's now an 8, using our fair-weathered friend Sudoku to help us. 2 is not here. It is going to have to... We are going to need some Sudoku to help, aren't we? I think. Yeah, I have to hope that I think the top row does something. 2, 4, 5 and 6. Yes, the corner digit is a 6. That's a naked single 4. That is helpful. Okay, so this becomes the 2. Now, has that done enough? That's now... Oh, that's now a 4 on that thermo. I was sure that was going to go double 9, but it doesn't seem to want to. So this is 7 or 9. Okay. And in this column, we've not put in 5 and 9. Yes, we can do it. Okay, so 5, 9, 7, 9, 4. So that thermo is tame by comparison with all the others. 1 here, 7 here, oops, 7 here, 9 here, and that should be a 3. What a beautiful puzzle. Let's see if it's right. Yay. 279 people. Oh, wow. It's an older puzzle than I thought. For some reason in my mind, I thought it only came out a few days ago. But that was brilliant, wasn't it? 279 people have solved it in just over a month, and all of those people, I've no doubt, had as much fun as I did. That is just sensationally brilliant. It's witty and, you know, and actually amusing. It's actually amusing because it's so ludicrous. And it's classic Aspartagcus. What more could you want on a Friday evening? Let me know in the comments how you got on. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind, and we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.